Welcome back, guys, to Trails into Reverie, where last episode we completed our patrol of West Street by speaking to Yuna's family before checking on Randy and Mireille in the middle of a coffee date, with the first lieutenant protesting a little too much. We then entered the Central Plaza and begun its patrol, passing through Vinked Steps before buying our first books within Time's department store, and then we entered Genten, where Wendy gifted us a third-level course, as we now continue on the beat.
I like my good old Brazan. My oval cellar. Days don't get much better than today, do they? Crossbellans must have hearts of helium because their spirits are lighter than even my balloons. Take care not to get blown off with the wind now. You're not who normally walks through. I never ended up drafted into the last war, so I can't say I contributed much, even if all I did was see it happen from the sidelines, though I'm glad Crossbell pulled through. We didn't lose as many lives as we could have. Then again, losing even a single life is one too many. Ever since we became an Erebonian province, it's like I've been in a funk. I could barely stand to go outside. Today, though, may as well be the most beautiful day I've ever seen. Crossbell's won true independence at last. At last! Never thought it had happened while I was still alive to see it. Life isn't so bad after all, huh? Look at that! The sky's beautiful, perfect weather for the signing ceremony. It's been a while since I've been able to kick back and relax on a patrol. You didn't hear that? An officer of the law must always be mindful of their citizens and be prepared for anything. Well said. Let's give it our all today. We believe in you, SSS. I like how Wuzzy's standing there giving him sass look. I know it's not technically a festival, but it sure feels like one with how we're pumped up everyone is. It's pumping me up too. I can't wait to see the signing ceremony. I couldn't have picked a better time to take my vacation to Crossbell. Cop! You're not green! You're... Hi guys! Everyone keeps saying all the things you've been doing. You're always so cool. Thanks, Mimi. And you too, Cop. Some things never change. What would we ever do if we didn't have you to cheer us on anymore? Right? I don't think even the best cabaret would be half as good a way to make me smile as seeing you. Braid? Are those some kind of funny braids? Sure, why not? I guess it's not a word kids hear every day. I must feed the cat. Let me pet the cat more. I like hamburgers more than sketty. Especially cheeseburgers, they taste the best. Cop was just tired during the great twilight. Oh, what? So, it was a bit gloomy and wasn't getting enough sun, right? Oh, yeah. Hey, friends! Kay, how's it going? Hey, Lloyd, good to see you. Are you on patrol with Noel and Wazi? Talk about a throwback to the old SSS days. Yeah, I guess so. I'm using this as a chance to unwind. It's still kind of hard to process all that's happened in the last month. Easy for you to say, I've been keeping busy, though I guess the signing ceremony will be as good a chance as any to relax in a way. Today feels like the first normal one in a long time, really. We're finally back to business as usual. I know what you mean. Even the Metropolitan Division feels that way. But let me offer you guys a congratulations. Here's to a fresh start for the SSS. None of us would be here if it wasn't for everything you all did. I feel the same. It's good to have you back. I know having to operate underground for so long must have been hard, but now you get to see the day you fought so hard for. Thanks, you two. That means a lot. It does, but I'm starting to blush a little. Me too. I may not have been in the city the last couple of years, but I never stopped considering myself a member of the SSS. I know we're all swamped, but if there's any day to hang in there, it's today. The Metropolitan Division's beefed up its patrols as best it can. If anything comes up, though, I'll be sure to let you know. Great, we'll do the same. It's great to be working with each of you again. Your team always was an inspiration for the rest of us on the force, so keep doing what you're doing. Kate loves us. Okay, I think we've talked to mostly everyone on the street at this point. We do know the special support section has an event. Maybe we'll leave that as the last one on our list here. We'll leave that as home base, the one we don't touch until the very end, okay? Well, look who it is. It is literally home base after all. On a victory lap or something. There must be a lot of weight off your shoulders today. Can't deny it, though we haven't forgotten all the people who helped us get to this point. You included Garond. Thanks for everything. What he said, the Resistance owes you a lot for supplying us with weapons. And you did that on the side while keeping this place open in broad daylight. Colour me impressed. Yeah, man's got to eat. Not that I like doing business with complete amateurs or anyone else I haven't taken a liking to. Anyway, can you see I'm reading here? Try not to stop by too often, got it? We'll try. As long as you keep putting food on my table, I can deal with you coming through the door every now and then. I'll hook you up, but don't get too cozy while you're here. The man's got to read his newspaper. We can buy the bullfighter. Wait, that's actually better than the one we just upgraded? Well, it's lower ATS by miles. Physical over ATS. Makes you wonder a little bit. Fiber jacket is a little upgrade. And a fair bit of random stuff. Having some death blow protection earlier could be pretty good. You never know when the game might want to try to swerve you with that. Home sweet home, right? We'll leave you for now. No other events? The question is, how many other places are open? Are there more places like the residential district that just aren't? Well, Station Street is. And no one wants to talk about Station Street. The geofront entrance is locked. With the post-war cleanup making progress, the transcontinental railroads come alive again. Now that Crossbell's regaining its independence, you can bet it's going to play a part in its expansion. Oh, and get this, a special train with a plate commemorating Crossbell's independence is going to be running by today. I actually got a brand new oval camera, especially for the occasion. As a trained superfan, it's my sacred duty to take the best photo humanly possible. I don't care if I have to forego blinking for minutes, no, hours at a time. We've got Grace over here.
Nice to see the transcontinental railroads open back up.
With all eyes across the continent on us, security's on high alert for the ceremony.
Yep. Nothing will get past us.
Grace, Rean's the totally normal reporter, and one extra. There's no reason to head out to the by-road right now. Why, thanks. We're not even going to talk about it. Hey, it's the SSS. You guys are the talk of the city, you know? Talk about luck that I run into you right after I get here. Look familiar. Weren't you Rex from the Imperial Chronicle? The photos he took from the front lines of the Battle of Yomengan made the front page. He's got quite the career ahead of him. Come on, you're going to make me blush. Rex is in town to cover the signing ceremony for the Imperial Chronicle. Even Erebonians are interested in how it will go. Which is why we can't let them outshine the Crossbell Times coverage, Grace. Well, about that, Reigns, there's something else I need to take care of, so you will be covering the signing ceremony. What? Really? What could be more important than the signing ceremony, Grace? Yeah, it's not like you to miss out on a big scoop like this. You're not feeling under the weather, are you? About a food poisoning? Nah, nothing like that. I promise it's also for work. I've got a lead on something that's been bothering me. I plan to follow up on it. Besides, we've gone over how to cover the ceremony a bunch of times, so I'm sure you'll do fine without me. It's not that I don't think I can handle it, but this is all so sudden. Man, it's tough to beat drive like that. I need to get my butt in gear or Grace is going to leave me in her dust. I've never understood journalistic rivalries, but it sounds like Grace is as ambitious as ever. I'll say, she really takes her job seriously. Now, Lloyd, you're supposed to be a super smart, super intelligent detective man who has known Grace for quite a long time now and also knows that Grace gets into the bottom of things, gets messed up with it a bit, you know? On top of that...
Time to go.
No, it's not time to go. If Grace thinks that this is more important than the signing ceremony, you should literally arrest Grace and interrogate her. We need to know. What's your secrets, Grace? What's going down? This is all way too sudden. Why does Grace always do this? At least Rex is helping, so I'm sure they'll figure something out. I wish they wouldn't change plans out of the blue like that, though. I have work to do too, you know. Seriously, my bad. I actually wanted to cover the signing ceremony and do some up-close reporting on you guys. I got my hands on a really tasty lead, and I want to do some following up on that. Don't worry, though. Reigns has enough spunk to cover things for the both of us. Don't worry about it, Grace. You're not offending us. I'm more concerned about you than I am our publicity. Who knows what kind of crazy hijinks you wrapped up in this time, yeah. Yeah. Playing dumb as usual. Oh, yeah, she definitely knows about something's going on, yeah. Reigns is more than capable for the both of them, supposedly. Arrest her for what? Because we need the information, so you've got to be desperate. We're an authoritarian government now, I don't know. I can't say Grace's spunk surprises me at this point. Anyway, boy, am I glad I ran into you all right after arriving in Crossbell. The best part is I got to see Noel's Seeker in her patented pink shorts. They pack even more punch than the legends say. Why let me take a few shots of you showing them off? Excuse me, what do you think you're looking at? They're just for comfort and ease of traveling. I don't know what you mean when that they pack a punch. Sheesh, this guy's no shame. I think he's a little too forward for our sweet innocent Noel to handle. So no picture? Bummer. I'm really losing my touch at convincing the sweethearts to let me snap a pic. But I could go back to taking candies like in my student days. Then I'd get some real winners. We let this guy across the border. He's a threat to state security. He does have the proper credentials, so I'm sure we don't have to worry about him. Hopefully.
Let's go!
No problem.
Okay then.
Good work out there, Lloyd. You're one of the newbies assigned to the Metropolitan Division, right? Yes, I've been assigned to Franz's old position, Crossbell Station Security. I plan on protecting and serving to the best of my abilities from here on out. Glad to see someone with your enthusiasm on the force. Let's both give it everything we had to keep Crossbell safe. With pleasure. I'm particularly proud to have joined the police force and not the military police. I plan on protecting and serving to the best of my abilities from here on out. Okay, we can't go into the station. So at least Station Street is as short as it normally is. It'd be no exaggeration to say that the people of Western Samaria are focused entirely on Crossbell today. I'm truly happy that I get to be present for such a momentous occasion. We finally arrived in Crossbell. I'll never get over how metropolitan the place is. It's so fascinating. I bet. Well, so Station Street's done. Where next? The administrative district would be a nice way of going from, like, west to east on Crossbell, I guess? If it's accessible. Everything looks busy near the Civic Center right now. Yeah, this is where the ceremony is being held today, so I'm not surprised. This district's probably going to be even busier later. Yeah, let's see if everything's in order. Sorry, I spotted people. Let's turn the camera this way and head into the library. This is the city library. You've got no reason to go inside. No, I do! It's called avoiding... keep the camera this way. Hello, everyone. Did you come here to see Lady Ellie? Yeah, we're on patrol, but we thought we'd check in on her while we were here. I'm sure she will be delighted. The two of us came to deliver Speaker McDowell his lunch, though we also prepared enough for everyone else in the Civic Center to have some. As today is the signing ceremony, we made sure to bring the Speaker his favorite meal. Uh-oh, I know what that means. I do remember his taste being on the unusual side. At least he's getting his daily veg. I'm sure you will have a lot of work to do today, but please rest when you can. Be mindful of your health. Some acerbic tomato drink. Acidic. We prepared individualized meals for the others in the Civic Center. For example, we have lots of fruit for Lady Ellie, which should be good for her complexion. I hope she enjoys what we put together.
Preparations for the ceremony are well underway.
Can I get on it?
It's really happening. Today, right here, is where it's going to be signed.
I don't think it'll feel real even after I see it.
And now I, Wazi Hemisphere, have become the new president. It's happening again. Spare mic is here, sir. Excellent. I'm sorry for roping you into helping here, Tajik. This isn't the finance division's responsibilities. That's true, but I don't think it's the transportation division's job either. I'm quite happy to pitch in where I can be helpful. They both look really busy getting ready for the ceremony. Yeah, it's not getting their way. All the visitors' chairs will be carried out at the Civic Center later, right? Yeah, we'll leave that to the staff here. Let's just focus on testing the audio equipment now. Can't go in. I can go in the Civic Center. I came to Crossbell for an inspection during the lead up to the war, so this isn't my first time here, but I was immediately struck by just how much more lively the city feels now. Historically, Crossbell has always been an imperial territory in the eyes of the Empire. Those days are behind us now. How relations between our countries develop is up to the government back home, not me, of course. But I'm certainly hoping that building a consulate here will let us forge good relations with Crossbell going forward. The end of the war signaled the start of a new era, for better or worse. We need to accept that and start looking to the future. Of course, I'm rather less optimistic about being able to get along with my Calvardian counterpart over there than the Crossbellans. People need to stop looking at things before I've been there. They're everywhere! Welcome to the Civic Center, everyone. As I'm sure you're all aware, this building used to be the City Hall, but all the administrative functions that used to be handled here are dealt with in Orcus Tower now. While we were a province of the Empire, this building ended up being used to welcome VIPs. But now that our independence is in sight, it's back to being a civic center again. Please stop by whenever you like. You'll always be welcome here. As this building used to be City Hall, it's full of historical significance. Do feel free to take a look around. The furniture is really quite something, I think. There are still more talks to have with the surrounding nations so that we can set up a consulate here after the ceremony. That's what brought me here today. We're here today. Having a consulate here means formally accepting Crossbell as a nation state. It's time to finally set in stone a lot of things that have been blurry up until now. This is my first big task since the end of the war. I can't afford to let my country down. Still, I didn't expect to make the journey here with my counterpart from the Empire. Just what are the ambassadors thinking? I suppose the two of them have always been a little unconventional. I just need to focus on doing my job. Nothing's going on over there. There are some very distinguished guests staying here today. A lot of conferences are planned for after the ceremony comes to an end, so this is a nerve-wracking time for employees like me. I bet. I hear young Dino, that's one of our newest employees, is taking the morning off to go and meet some new friends. He's been a real hard worker ever since he started, so I hope he takes this chance to have fun and get ready for the afternoon. Good old Dino. Who are these people?
Goodness!
This is simply divine.
I'm glad it meets with your approval. I can feel my fatigue fading away with every sip. Well noted. It is a variety of Earl Grey from Orid, particularly suited for easing exhaustion. I find it goes especially well with these scones, too.
Thank you very much.
This isn't my first time trying your tea, but I can see you've become better at brewing it than ever. Why, thank you. I've been renewing my efforts to improve ever since the war's conclusion last year. So it seems nobody makes a cup like you do, Sharon. It is serving to dispel some of the anxiety I was feeling about this afternoon's ceremony, too. I feel the same way. It's given me the boost I need to work hard this afternoon. I hope we're not interrupting your little tea party, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Lloyd, and Noelle and Wazy, too. Good morning, everyone. Wazy. I wasn't expecting to see some faces from Thors at the Civic Center. What brings you all here? Oh, we just came to offer the speaker our congratulations on achieving independence. We both have a part to play in everything going on, you see. Oh, really? You may as well pull up a seat now that you're here. Could you bring some more tea and scones, Sharon? Gladly, my lady. Oh, we don't want to put you through any trouble, but thank you. Oh, now that's an invitation I can't refuse. Oh my. Wow, this really is good. I'm generally not much of a tea drinker, but I could definitely see myself getting hooked on this. Same here. It really relaxes you to your very core. I've heard from Rean and the others just how good your tea is, Sharon, so I'm happy to have finally tried it. I'm honored you would speak of it so. I know preparing for the ceremony is keeping a lot of people busy, the church included. The two of you have plenty of work on your hands too, I take it. Yes, Elisa's helping out with the behind-schedule dismantling of Tangram Fortress and repurposing the munitions factory. As for Toa, she's been invaluable in all the negotiations that allowed the ceremony to formally proceed. Whoa, that's huge! I had no idea all of that was going on behind the scenes. We really do owe you both, huh? I couldn't agree more. I truly appreciate everything you've both done, or you're both doing for us. It's only because of the support of people from other countries like you that today's ceremony could come about at all. As the Speaker of the House, allow me to extend my sincere thanks as well. In particular, I cannot thank the Rhineford Company enough for its contributions, both financial and otherwise. But please, raise your head, Mr. Speaker. We were just meeting our obligations as a company, though if I'm honest, I just wanted to be able to help out however I could, as Elisa. Ellie is my friend now, and the people of Crossbell helped so much in bringing the Great Twilight to an end. I'm so grateful. Ah, thank you, Elisa. I feel indebted to the people here too. Crossbell has been dear to my heart since I came as part of the trade conference entourage during my student years. I'm sure that while everyone helping out has their own reasons and experiences that have led them to do so, we're all united in wanting to do what we can for Crossbell however we can. Hey, you're not wrong there. I know that's how I feel. And it's appreciated, Wazzy. Hear, hear. I really can't thank all of you enough for what you've done for my home.
As someone who cares about Crossbell, I'm just so happy that you'll finally have your independence. But even if our international relationship changes, I hope we can stay close friends, Ellie.
I feel very much the same way. Here's to lifting each other up, always.
You really have grown into a fine young woman, my lady. Sitting here is hard not to believe that Crossbell and the Empire can get along. I'm certain we can too. I can see I'm going to need to put my full spirit into the ceremony to avoid being upstaged by my juniors. The tea earlier eased my fatigue greatly, but these old bones could really do with an extra bit of encouragement. Maybe I should order myself another speaker-style Civic tomato shake. I'd forgotten you were so fond of those. That does sound like something that would perk you right up, though. Oh, I can give you my personal assurance on that. Perhaps I could treat you to one later. That'd be lovely, sir. Everyone really does have a lot going on, huh? Please try not to overwork yourselves to the detriment of your health, both of you. I believe the SSS is the reason that we're able to celebrate this day. It makes me proud that such promising youths call my dear Crossbell home. I hope you'll continue to support your home for years to come. Thank you, Ultra, for supporting me for a year to come. And for hopefully the future too. Thank you for that sub there. Elisa and Tor have both been so kind. It helps knowing there are people outside Crossbell cheering for our independence. There are still so many issues to iron out on an international level, but thinking of our friends gives me hope. So this is a specially made Civic tomato shake. I must say it has quite the intriguing flavor profile. I must research the ingredients later and learn how to prepare it for myself. I don't know if that's a drink you should be eager to foist upon others. But it gives you CP. Combat points. You know the branch the Rhineford Company had over in the Harbour District? We ended up handing it off to the IBC group as part of the shift in corporate direction and general downsizing of our operations. There are parts of it that are still under renovations, but from now on it will officially serve as an IBC facility. I really want and intend for the Rhineford Company to use its technology for peace from now on. We're working hard to help it turn a new leaf, just like Crossbell is about to with the signing ceremony. Changes in the air. Doing all this work takes me back to when I visited the West America Trade Conference. Crossbell was stuck in the middle of a tug of war between Erebonia and Calvert that day. You could cut the tension with a knife. And just like that day, the Speaker, SSS, and CGF are still fighting for Crossbell. It's thanks to them that Crossbell has come so far. It almost brings a tear to my eye, and I'm not even Crossbellan. No one here has double dialogue now, because they get a scene. It is weird how some lines are voiced and some aren't. That is interesting. Suddenly boo. Honest, I'd eat poo if it gave me TP, yeah. Just you. Just because it's true doesn't mean it's true. All city and all administrative services are closed today, so we're asking civilians to stay away from the tower. Second Lieutenant Seeker, you patrol in the city with the SSS? That's right, I take it nothing is out of the ordinary here. That is correct, unless you count the busy civil servants running back and forth, that is. No doubt they're all in high gear. Yeah, there honestly wasn't much time to even prepare for the ceremony. We should probably stay away from Orcus Tower for the time being. I don't want it to get in anyone's name. So I can't go there. I think we should stay away from the tower for now. We don't want to get in the way of everyone preparing for the ceremony. So there's one less bit of the patrol. Hello, Lloyd. It's really reassuring to have you on the patrol. Thank you for saying so. If anything happens that HQ can't handle, just let us know and we'll do what we can. Understood. Be sure to inform you if we need your assistance. Of course, we're doing our best to ensure we can handle things on our own. There's a lot of tourists in Crossbell today, so we'll need to keep an eye out for arguments and the like too. I've just realised why this patrol feels a bit so heavy. Because of course I break them up with quests, don't I? I forgot, we don't have any. I see that Police HQ is back in business. Being here reminds me of my fateful visit 2 years ago to join the SSS, not to mention the time we helped the Vice Commissioner. That brings back memories. It didn't take long at all for things to get back to normal after the city's liberation. Dismantling the military police and rebuilding our old police force for peacekeeping in the wake of the occupation was a top priority. Yeah, if you want to remember, one of the people who played a big part in that was...
I cannot commend you enough for all your work this past month.
Thank you, Detective. I'm sure it's been an exceptionally challenging time for you, too.
It wasn't easy being tasked with a month-long inspection here. But that this ceremony can go ahead is in no small part thanks to your efforts. I'm very grateful.
I can and should say the same for all the help you've given me in return. And perhaps I should save this until after the ceremony, but congratulations on Crossbell's independence.
Thanks.
Oh, hey, Noe! Hey, guys!
Hello. Is this part of your patrol?
Must be rough. Hats off to you.
And you.
How many times do I have to tell you not to call me Noe while I'm on duty?
As many as you want, because I ain't stopping. And wow, your CGF uniform really suits you. But today's outfit is just plain cute. I want to see you in a police uniform one day. I bet you would rock it!
Be hard pressed to find a pair of sisters who get along better than these two. Maybe, but I really wish she'd stop being a little more independent. If anything, she's been getting worse since we liberated the city, telling me she wants to sleep in my bed when I go home and such. There's harm in that. There's nothing more beautiful than sisterly love, if you ask me. See, Wazee gets it. I need to stock up on vitamin Noel after being away from you for so long. See a doctor. Immediately. I wasn't aware you were taking the two of them around on your patrol battings. I'm not sure how I feel about making people who aren't technically part of the force help with our duties. They're SSS members. Oh, is having them with me a problem? I didn't think it would be. No, pay me no mind. You know what works best for you at this point. Experience has taught me that trying to get the SSS to follow police rules to the letter is a fool's errand. It's better that way. I finally accepted that when you carried out that frankly insane plan to storm Orchid's Tower last month. That was pretty crazy, wasn't it? I know they put a lot of effort in preparing for it, but still. But hey, it worked! I do apologize for always worrying everyone, though. By the way, you're Inspector Macias from Force Class 7, if I recall rightly. That's right, it's good to see you again. Just call me Macias, though. There's no need to be so formal when we're about the same age. Well, if you're sure, Macias it is then. I hear you've been staying in Crossbell for the last little while. Yeah, I came on an assignment for the Inspectorate. I came to observe the withdrawal of military forces from the city after the war, which the recent occupation put behind schedule. And as long as we're on the subject of the war, let me thank you all again for your help with the Great Twilight. Don't mention it. That crisis threatened us as much as it threatened Erebonia. Still, it sounds like you've got one heck of a stressful job. You're a brave one for signing up for it. Yeah, I get that a lot. Still, it's rare to see you being so friendly with someone. You're usually such a serious fault finder. I've been thinking the same thing. I hear you two are constantly on little coffee dates too. Easy now, don't be rude, you two. I'm simply acknowledging his diligence and dedication. Young men like him are a rare breed these days. His work has also given us plenty of opportunities to talk. We've got a surprising number of things in common too, not just our shared love of coffee. I also learned a lot from you during that case a while back that we ended up helping resolve together. I was just grateful for your assistance with it. While I regret that you will be leaving Crossbell today, depart knowing that coffee is on me next time you're in the city. Tell me you have a good time, why don't you? I'll be happy to take you up on that. I'm sure my work won't be getting any less challenging anytime soon, so it'll be nice to have something to look forward to. The feeling is quite mutual. They really are two peas in a pod, huh? The spectacled stress magnet in a fitted suit. Sure is a specific wavelength, and yet they found each other against all odds. I'm kind of curious what case they were referring to just now, too. Well, we'll be sure to conduct your patrol with great vigilance. Yeah, do be that. I should be counting on your unique perspective in rooting out potential signs of danger. Should anything happen, you are without a doubt the group able to act most flexibly. We'll do our best. Let's do all that we can to make the ceremony a success. Now, that's some high praise. The SSS has really gone up in your eyes, hasn't it? Yes, we're really going to need to pull our weight so we don't let the team down. Come to think of it, though, it feels like everyone in Crossbell from the Empire is connected to Thors somehow. Alisa, Toa, Inspector Macias. Oh, you mentioned it, you're right. There are a lot of students there with connections to Crossbell in some way. Overcoming the Great Twilight was a combined effort between us and them, too. So they're very much friends fighting for the same cause, with one man at the center of it all. Rean Schwarzer, the hero otherwise known as the Ashen Chevalier. He was a huge factor in the war ending as quickly as it did. I only met him personally at the wedding we all attended, but I'd heard a lot about him from Gaius and Father Thomas. Rumors seem to fly around him for sure. He's also an instructor at Thors Branch campus, and Yuna is in his class. Yeah, honestly, we owe Crossbell's freedom in no small part to him. He's really quite the guy. I wonder what he's up to these days. Sounds like things have at least calmed down the Empire these past 6 months. He and the rest of his friends are probably involved in something else big, I figure. Probably right. Sounds like Yuna's classmates are the best of the best too. Sounds like we can't afford to sit idly by them. Can't let them hog all the glory. You can now use the Trails to Walk menu. Using the Trails to Walk menu allows you to switch viewpoints in the story. You are currently playing the Lloyd route in which Lloyd is the protagonist, however you can switch to the Rean route to play as Rean. There you can experience the story unfolding simultaneously from his perspective. There are times when you cannot make progress in the main story without changing routes. Right. This is going to be a complication. I thought originally, we're on long sweep. But yeah, it's now we go on a sweep. But now I can switch. Is that optimal? Probably not. I'm just going to continue on with Lloyd. I don't know. You also see Chapter 1, 3 out of 15, Prologue 2 out of 14. What does that mean? What are these markers? I do not want to. I'll be fine. I'm just going to continue on with Lloyd for now. I'll think about it in the future, I guess. But it'd be interesting to go on this menu in the future and look what's going on there. Yeah, I'm just wondering. If it's simultaneously, then we get double the sweep. That's the date. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, I should have understood that. You could have had me confused about things like, why have I only got 3 out of 15? I'd have worked about it in time. Well, I don't want to switch, so let's just keep on going because we're on a big patrol, and switching now might just send us on another big patrol. We wouldn't know. It would be nice to visit a hot spring, by the look of it. If they are in Ymir right now. Which supposedly they are right now, actually, yeah. It's probably where we're going. But still, let's speak to Macias. I'm in charge of keeping all sides coordinated. The 1st and 2nd divisions will work jointly to strengthen our defenses. You can remain focused on your mission. I'll be sure to update you if there are any changes to our situation. Roger that. What's Dudley up to? My work here is pretty much finished, but I'd like to return to Crossbell in the future for some official checkups. Work aside, I'm admittedly interested in seeing what the future holds for Crossbell as well. They love coffee and big guns. I'm guessing you're going to be spending tonight with the SSS, right, Noe? In that case, let's get together with Mum tomorrow so we can all throw a party and celebrate Crossbell's independence. I can't stop thinking of everything we can do as a family tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. I hope you're looking forward to it. Come on, Fran, you need to stay focused. There's still a lot of work to do today. But I know what you mean for once, so I'll definitely be looking forward to tomorrow. Now I feel stupid for not realizing these are the dates. How did you not know? I mean, in defense to the person, to everyone who said that, and me, who also didn't realize that instantly either. Maybe I would have when I went to the actual section. Dates are kind of ephemeral in Trails. We sometimes go day by day, but oftentimes we can skip months, like in Cold Steel. Dates are kind of ephemeral. They kind of take place. They kind of scroll along. I don't know what happened on the 15th of the 7th when I'm filming this last year, if you know what I mean. How am I supposed to remember what happened on the 15th or the 7th in
Time to
Trails?
go.
I'm guessing you're going to be spending tonight with the SSS, right, Noe? In that case, let's get together with Mum tomorrow so we can all throw a party and celebrate Crossbell's independence. I can't stop thinking of everything we can do as a family tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. I'll be looking forward to it. We'll go hour by hour, yeah. We can't go downstairs. I'm assuming we can't go upstairs. Never mind, Pierre's downstairs. It's a lot bigger than I expected the room to be. There's two bracers bracing themselves on a bench for our visit. Everyone's like, why aren't you talking to them? Good morning, everyone. Male police officer, the counterpart female student. This room was being used for a meeting until just a few moments ago. The force has many divisions, but we'll all need to work together to keep the ceremony participants safe. Here's the teamwork. I know there's male student as well, but I think we should ship female student and male police officer. What about it? He can rest himself. Don't know. It's still something that seems rather easy to notice. Yeah, for some. Everyone notices and understands things differently. There's also this 3 and 15 Roy Mummy right here.